welcome back to my channel. This is going to be another girl talk video. I hope y'all are enjoying these. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about shaving, nairing, waxing, and exfoliating. I'm going to be kind of just sharing my experience with you guys on all types of hair removal, like body hair removal. And if you're not sure like which one is best for you, which one you want to do, if you're like shaving and trying to graduate into waxing but you're afraid of the pain or something like that, hopefully this will give you some guidance and some insight. I'm gonna let you know right now, I am pro nairing and waxing, and I am anti-shaving, anti-razor, and I will let you guys know why as the video goes on. So let's jump into it. Okay, y'all, so I am very bushy. I'm a very, very hairy person. I have thick, curly, wavy hair, and the hair on my head, my body hair is the same way. So very thick, coarse hair. So I started shaving. I think the first time I used a razor, I may have been like 11 or 12. I feel like that's kind of early, but I was very bushy and I begged my mama. And my mama was also like a tomboy when she was growing up, so I feel like every time I came to her with like, you know, a very feminine thing, like one of those like milestones for girlhood and womanhood and all that kind of stuff, she was just like, okay. And she showed me how to do it. Like she showed me how to shave over the tub and in the shower, and we went and she like walked me through like the different types of shaving cream and razors and all that kind of stuff. She warned me about razor bumps and all that stuff. So that's when I started shaving. And I am really prone to razor bumps. It just got really bad. Just everywhere I was shaving. I probably didn't start shaving my bikini area until I was like 13. But I was shaving my underarms and my legs, and I just was prone to razor bumps really, really badly. So that's when I switched over to Nair, probably when I was maybe 14, 15. I started experimenting with the Nair, and it was just as effective. I've heard people say that Nair doesn't work for them. Nair works just fine for me, but I'll also leave it on for like 7 minutes. I'll go a little bit over the 5 minutes on the packaging because, again, I have really coarse hair. And I look at Nair as like giving your hair a perm. Like if you leave it on long enough, like it's just gonna burn your hair off. And I feel like essentially that's what Nair is perm for body hair. So I always left it on like a little longer than the required time on the package. But Nair worked fine for me. My only thing was that it took so long. Like I'll have to sit there and like wait or stand or something, and couldn't touch anything or whatnot. And then when you wash it off in the shower, it just kind of clogs the shower, and you got to make sure you get all the hair out the tub, and it's just annoying. So I was, like I said, I was very prone to razor bumps. So at that point, probably up until like 14, up until I was 20, I alternated between razors and Nair. And when I was in college, I think I was like 20, 21. I can't remember exactly how old I was. I'm 23 now. But my girlfriends and I, we all decided to go and get waxed. And when we went to go get waxed, I couldn't get waxed. We all got our bikini areas waxed. I couldn't get waxed because my pubic hair hadn't grown out long enough for them to wax off. So I went a few months later on Christmas break. So I went alone. I didn't have like any support. I called my best friend Shelby and was like, girl, I'm about to go get waxed. And she was like, oh my God, like don't die. And that once I got waxed the first time, y'all, I was like sold. I was like, this is so easy. Yeah, it hurts, but beauty is pain. Like what in this world doesn't hurt? I also feel like I have like an above average pain tolerance. I have piercings and tattoos and things like that, so I could take it. And it just, the opportunity costs were worth it for me. I just go and pay somebody and lay there and they clean me up, and it lasts for like 2 weeks. Yes, and all I have to do is exfoliate at home. I don't have to worry about nairing. I don't have to worry about shaving. I was set. So since then, I have been waxing. But as y'all know, if you haven't been over on my Young and Rich playlist, go check that out, and you'll see like all of my budgeting things. I am trying to go hard and get rid of all my consumer debt. So because of that, I've been having to have a really strict budget. Thus, I've had to cut out some luxuries and distinguish my needs from my wants. And waxing is a want. So I cut out waxing out of my budget for probably like the next 6 months. So I'm solely like using Nair now. So yeah, I'm just like, waxing is just amazing. Like, it just changed my life. Before I got really strict on my budget, I was doing full body waxing at $80 a month. And if you guys are wondering, I go to Sweet Samba here in Atlanta. They have a location in Inman Park. They have a location in Buckhead, Midtown. They're great. And they use hard wax, and they also use sugaring. They don't use the strips. I don't do that strip mess. But yeah, I love them. But anyway, waxing just changed my life. It is so good. And yes, it hurts, but you just have to think about if it's worth it for you. It's worth it for me because I'm lazy, and I am all about, oh my gosh, I'm all about like not paying someone to do what you can do on your own. But when that person does a better job than you do, and they can be quicker and more efficient than you are, that's when you have to think about it. And waxing was just that for me. And since I was getting waxed with like hard wax, and I was getting sugared and everything, like, it really helped my razor bumps and like the problems I was having with ingrown hairs and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, so once I got on this whole budgeting thing, I had to kind of separate my needs from my wants. So now I Nair, and the lotion there was really annoying. Because you have to like put it on with your hands, and then you have to wash it off your hands and just kind of sit there and everything. So that was really annoying. So I told myself, okay, if I am about to be solely Nairing, then I need to find like a more like economical and efficient way to do this. So then I discovered the roll-on Nair, and it basically is packaged like deodorant, and you roll it on, and that was really, really convenient. That was like a step up for me because I didn't have to worry about it getting on my hands and like staining stuff and all that kind of stuff. Then let me tell y'all what really changed the game for me. Like 2 weeks ago, I found the Nair in a bottle, the spray on there, and not only is it more efficient because you just spray it on, but it also works better. I don't know what it is, but the formula is just like better than the lotion and the roll-on one, because I can sit there for like 3 minutes and it's done. And if it looks like shaving cream when you spray it out, it gets foamy, and then it kind of liquefies on your skin, and when it liquefies, that's how you know it's done, if that makes sense. And your hair just kind of like glides off. It really just takes like that kinkiness out of my hair, out of my body hair, so that it just removes a lot easier. So if you guys are on the fence about Nair, but you want to give it a chance, get the spray on one. Like, it will change your life. So yeah, you guys, I don't know, like, you just have to kind of sit back. And I would say like what made me like find what was right for me is that I tried all forms of hair removal: shaving, hair removal cream, and waxing. And I mean, as soon as I get my finances together, I will be going to get waxed once a month. So yeah, you just have to, I would say, try them all. See which one works for you. See which one is more convenient for you. If you're, on the fence about getting waxed because of the pain, the first time is really the worst. And y'all, I was getting like full body waxes, like Dare to Bear, bikini, everything gone. So I know what it feels like. I know the pain. And the first time is the worst. And I will also tell you, I don't know if your wax lady tells you this, but once you start waxing, you cannot go back to shaving. Like, you can't do it, because when you shave, you're disrupting that first layer kind of skin with like cuts from the razor and everything, and your hair is used to being cut down, not stripped out like it is when it's waxed. So if you are getting waxed and going back to shaving, that's just going to intensify the pain every time, because it's a different method of removal. So that's also the main reason why once I got my budget together, I went back to nairing because I couldn't go back to shaving, because once I decided that my budget was good enough for me to start getting waxed again, it would just be like the first time, and that pain would really intensify and be awful. And I will also say stay consistent with it. If you decide to get waxed, try to go once a month. If you can't go once a month, in between, do not shave. Don't do it. Go get you some Nair. So yeah, you guys, outside of that, I think something else that's really important about hair removal that we don't discuss is exfoliating. You have to exfoliate in between, your treatments. If you need to be exfoliating like once a week to remove the dead skin. And that's something that I also didn't know when I first started shaving. I wasn't exfoliating. And when you don't exfoliate, you're leaving that dead layer of skin, that top layer there, and that top layer of disrupted skin, which also like promotes ingrown hairs and razor bumps and things like that. So once I started exfoliating, once I found that out, when I got to like probably my senior year of high school, that's when I started exfoliating, and my ingrown hairs and my razor bumps like greatly reduced, because I was getting rid of that top layer of disrupted and clogged skin from shaving. Also, one thing you have to realize about shaving is when you do the razor, you're kind of moving like disrupted layer back to on top of your skin. And when you're getting waxed, and like when you use body removal, hair removal cream, that is lifting away the dead layer, whereas a razor is just moving it. So just keep that in mind, y'all. You can tell that I'm really like anti-shaving. So yeah, one great exfoliant that I like, you can use a sugar scrub. Sugar scrub is the same thing. I like the Tree Hut brand. I usually get mine from Kroger. And also the ORG mineral pill. That is in my products I can't live without video on my beauty playlist. So go and check that out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Engage with me in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, girls.